What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blizzard King with King's Critiques, and we're here for the second episode of Call of the Night because it's been way too long since I watched this show, which theoretically isn't a bad thing considering episode 1 did drop super duper late compared to when it was supposed to. High Dive sometimes misses the mark on debuts, but it's fine because it gave me the time to get the shirt to represent the show properly. So, as with a couple of the shows this season, we're going to binge what we can while we got the shirt on. And we'll finish up next week with what we can't do tonight, hopefully. That said, let's get started with our usual caveats of number one, if the video is shorter than intended or gets dropped off YouTube completely, blame YouTube because they don't know how copyright works. Have an AI check everything, and 99% of the time, that AI doesn't know how copyright works, so they get it wrong and mess with the videos. Which is just super dandy, right? Number 2 would be the if anything involving a comment enters your noggin. Don't forget to drop it down below because it's always encouraged and appreciated to do such because it's helpful to the algorithm, my soul, and the channel and all that stuff. And it's free. Don't forget free. And in similar fashion, at the very least, let the video run through and let me get the watch time, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Because it's free, it's good, it's helpful. And, well, logically, we all should be helping each other, right? So, all that said, let us get started, shall we? Why are we on dub? I didn't even know it had a dub. Why are we on dub? Come on, bro, keep up. I'm trying to watch my shit under sub. What you doing? Okay, and I don't remember the intro, so we're gonna give the whole spiel of... Since I don't remember the intro, we're going to give the usual first respect to the first and last episode applicable of the season to listen to the intro and outro. Because, well, in this specific case, I don't remember it, and we got to show a little bit of respect to things because, well, people create it, so we got to be respectful, even if YouTube's going to be a cuck and whine at me about the fact I'm letting the animation play of the intro. Ooh, so copyrightable. Oh, assholes. Okay, I'm going to stop it for 2 seconds, actually. I feel like these guys did an intro for an anime I watched not too long ago. Like, something more... Actually, I feel like these guys are the ones who did Food Court's intro. Maybe it just sounds similar, but like... Hey, yo? Hey, yo. Intro music's kind of a banger, though. Okay, but like... What else is new in his life, really? Hey, yo, but like... Can you blame him? Like, considering the women that he has met, can you blame him? Yeah, I kind of figured she'd offer to be his lamb, as it were, because, well, A, she's a good friend of hers, and B, I think she's kind of into him otherwise, but C, if he reciprocates other than just Nazuna, who could blame him? I mean, I don't see why it would unless he goes crazy instantly once he transforms. Like, usually people revert into something else and they're still good friends with the people they were friends with beforehand. It's the friends that turn on them. Which, by the way, 99% of the time, that's not cool to do. Like, if your friend changes, like, religion or job or beliefs in something else or whatever, for the most part, that's fine. Depending what they change their beliefs to, anyway. Because there are a lot of things that are definitely on the no-pass line, but... Oh good, he's offering too. Cool, he has a friend buffet. Probably snack more off Akira, but like... Again. Blame where? Yeah, they're just laughing about it because that's literally what she just said. I don't gotta say anything, I just gotta take a sip of my drink just to show... Yeah, they're saying what I said, just... Yeah, they literally just said that. Hey, what do you mean by kind of lewd? I mean, granted, if he snacked off her, maybe it would take that old school vampire feel to it as opposed to his best friend. But then again, also his best friend might give that kind of feel too, because like, hey, no shame if you're into that kind of thing. Listen, I gotta finish the summer Hikaru died, so my guy, you got at least 4 others. One at the top. Don't keep looking around, man. Come on. Correction, at least 5 others, because Nezuna, at least a couple of her friends, Akira. Okay, but maybe it is like 4 to 5, because I say a couple of Nezuna's friends when there's 4 of them. All of them might be included. The guy might not be included. It's a very good question. It is such an ominous feel to this meeting. Like, is she gonna snap? Is she gonna be a vampire? Is she gonna snap off him instead of his best friend? Yeah, something like that. He felt the bloodlust as soon as he touched her hand. He's been around enough vampires to know. No, he knows bloodlust by this point when he feels it, and he's getting the fuck out of Dodge. Though he should consider, what if that chick snaps on his friends? Like, should he really be leaving them alone like that? Oh no. The scenery changed. And she got more lewd. This is not gonna go well. Well, let's see, because I'm friends with like 6 of them. He's just gonna ask her point blank. And she does not give a fuck. Okay, you gotta respect Ko though. Like, he sensed her bloodlust, he tried getting away, and now he's actually forced into a conversation with her. But he's still just... He righted himself, and he's standing tall in the face of somebody that could kill him in 3 seconds. Now, granted, is 3 seconds enough for Nezu to show up? Probably. But still, he's steeled himself and is being very brave about it. Okay, but at least, while seeming very intimidating and scary, maybe she's on the same level as Nezuna and the other one, where she just wants to find that romantic partner. I could be wrong. She also might just be using this as a disguise to murk the friend. But honestly, if she was going to do that, she would have done that when he left them alone. Yeah, honestly though, Ko's thinking the same thing I am. He dropped his phone and she brought it to him? No, literally, the way that conversation started, I was not thinking it would be this simple. I was thinking like she was going to make some threat and then Nezuna was going to pop down and start to smash her skull in. Yeah, honestly! Listen, most of the vampires he has met, even if they were just fucking with him at first, have been totally aggressive. And that is very respectable of you. And since he's already kind of in the world of it, it might like ease him into that revelation more, even if he'd be a little freaked out by it at first. He'd at least probably look at it and be like, on the one end, I don't want to get bit, man. But also on the other end, if I do, I could totally be Bat Bros. Me and Ko could be Bat Bros. And that's a valid thought process, sweetheart. But listen, I think that's probably more to the fact of you got to know him before you had any plans to turn him. And, well, you're hot. So both of those factors might at least help ease that admission into him a little bit. Especially after the fact of he manned up to not be as afraid of Ko's position with it. So, you know, if a hot girl says she's a vampire, 99% of the time, a guy won't give a shit anyway. But even more to the fact of he eased up to his friend being close to vampires and might turn into one, I think he'll be fine with it. I mean, yeah, there might be an immediate, what the fuck? But that's about it. To be fair, bro, you did kind of feel the immediate bloodlust coming from her. But I think that's only due to the fact she is a vampire that you immediately felt that. Like, it's not like she actually had plans to hurt you. She's just kind of violent by nature. And Ko's saying basically what I said. Like, dude basically said, listen, if you want to do this, I'm fine with it, bro. As long as we're still friends. In her case, it might be a little harder because she's still new in his life. But again, I'm pretty sure, like in most guys' minds, he'd look at her and go, well, this is awkward as hell. I just had to work through my best friend. But you know what? You're hot, and as long as you don't plan on killing me, we're gooch. Why did it just get violent again? Yeah, he was. And he will totally listen to that favor. But, like, do you have to get all up in his face about it? Sweetheart, I just want you to take your own advice in mind for a second before you try to assault him. Because you're going to get hurt. And that's going to break the dude's heart. And then he finds them discussing the thing and immediately cuts short any violent intention she had before Nezuna showed up. Matter of fact, though, Nezuna's probably, like, within the area, not too far off in case something happened. And just kind of watching, because she doesn't want to hurt anybody she doesn't have to, right? By this point, she has totally learned that. The exaggerated yawn. Is she really going to play the girl card now? Don't play the girl card. Okay. High key, I honestly thought she was going to play the girl card and be like, I didn't know he was like this. He tried to attack me. Wah! I didn't actually expect her to like start being honest as soon as he discovered them. Bitch, you're not even giving him the chance to like say if he's okay with it or not. Women, but it doesn't have to be. Even if you have no intention to turn him doesn't mean it can't be romantic. Well, unless those four get in your face about that too. But see, but like here's the thing: Ko didn't do anything in this. Like, he just discovered that she was a vampire because he felt the bloodlust, ran away, and then she encountered him when giving him back his phone. So, like, if she didn't run after him and she just, like, gave Mahiro his phone or something, then all would have been fine. She's the one who agitated things. So she's really the one to blame if she's going to be this kind of person. Now, granted, I'm probably doing this whole monologue about her being the problem in this instance, and he'll probably call her back to actually discuss things, but also, bitch! See, now, what Ko should be doing is he should be looking at his friend, be like, go after her. You want to be friends with her at minimum, right? Go. Oh, he doesn't even need the encouragement, he's actually doing the proper thing. Which is good, because, like, why? Like, seriously, bitch wanted to tell him herself, and then she told him, and then she's like, alright, deuces. It's like, why don't you wait for a reaction, a conversation? This is the problem with people. They don't wait on the actual conversation to take place. They just say their piece and don't give a fuck about what other people say. People need to stop doing that. Because that's like a majority of the issue. You know, people never give time to talk, explain, say shit. You know, the people that want to make their point, and then it's just toodles. Exactly what he said. Yeah, he's just coming to the thought process of, I kind of accepted my best friend's part in this whole world. I'm here now. What a bitch. Unless she's not being that down bad about it, like evil end, but just regular down bad. Especially because, honestly, even if she did try some shit, here's the thing. Ko's gotten smart enough about this by this point to probably look at Nazuna and be like, so, hey, while I learned to trust your type more, do you remember that guy? Yeah, he met another one of you guys, and I don't trust her, so, like, keep an eye out. Pause. I don't remember much from episode 1 of season 2, but did the artist, like, improve Nazuna? Because I don't feel like she was that big last season. Did I mention this in the first episode? I don't remember, but also I'm restating it just in case. Oh, and she knows Kiku. Ah, so she's a seductress who doesn't mean for that to happen. Doubt. Haha, though. Yeah. Okay, to be fair, though, I don't blame him for, you know, falling at first sight because she is pretty and well equipped. Honestly, back when I used to help deliver flowers, wish I were old enough to have been able to pull off that kind of shit, because, like, that's not bad. Take a flower that fell off the patch and just give it to somebody. Not a bad way to go about shit. Your mom. She raises a very good question. Both of them were on accident, but his case was even further on accident. Also, let's raise this question. Like, even against her being a vampire, so her age is kind of irrelevant, he's in high school still. How the fuck was he just hang out at a bar in the middle of the night to talk to her? Like, do bars in Japan just not give a shit? Then again, ages are different literally everywhere else in the world for a lot of things, so maybe that's another one of those things. Maybe 17 is fine to enter a bar by yourself. Because, like, usually when I entered a bar when I was 17, either had to just be in their dining area or be where there was some kind of event happening. Because obviously the bar is not a place for teenagers. But again, everywhere else but America has like different rules for things like drinking and smoking and, well, relationships. So, I don't know, it's a hard call, but see, I'm going to pause his thought on if he became a vampire just to like deal with what Ko and Nazuna were talking about, of apparently the bitch is kind of a seductress, so like she does this regularly, but is it actually on purpose? On purpose, that's the thing. Because like, what if she actually does genuinely fall in love with these guys, and then she turns them on accident when trying to be a bit freaky, and well, then they get pissed and leave her, and it's like, well, fuck, not again. Because honestly, I could see it being one way or the other. Like, the unintentional Black Widow, as it were. You know, they don't actually die, but they're the undead, so may as well be. Or she is an intentional seductress and Black Widow style, to where it's like, I'm gonna fuck with these guys, I'm gonna date them for a little bit, and then I'm gonna, and, well, if they stay, they stay. If not, I move on to the next one. Which would be unfortunate for him, really, but I will also give the usual simp style treatment of, hey, you know, if I ever met got a vampire baddie that looks like any of them, really, okay, maybe not the Trap, but most of them, I'd let it happen. Actually, let me double on that. While I wouldn't prefer it to be the Trap, if things happen, well, oh well. She's right, though. Ko is an idiot. Because, like, Ko has a girl like her he could have went with. And instead, he just, like, went loner style and eventually found Nazuna. Which, she's also attractive in her own right. But also, you totally have the kind of, like, hot, but also kind of relatively depressed type in Akira. But she also kind of swings both ways, so her being in the middle of Ko and Nazuna works just fine for her. Damn. His two other chums in school, he's just gonna outright be honest with of, like, I hang out with you guys because it's something to do, but also you suck. And then they just lay him out. Like, shit, if someone doesn't, like, hang out with you, take it as an insult, sure, but don't lay him out because of it. So he made the idiotic choice already, that's a thing he was considering. Didn't Akira just call Ko an idiot because of that? Well, she did say she didn't admit she was a vampire to him until, like, that night. So, of course she hasn't. Like, when would she have gotten the opportunity if he didn't know? Else he, like, passed out at the bar and she took a quick nip, but... Yeah, but that doesn't mean she's went for them right away. That's kind of part of the whole seductress thing. You know, you lure them in with a full sense of security, and then eventually you can start, you know, having your way with them once they properly fall in love with her. However, in this case, she admitted she was a vampire early, so she was going to abandon the cause, but he went after her. So whether or not it turns into a true devious intention, or if, you know, she actually falls for him, like in the case of the other thing he helped out with, because didn't he help one of Nazuna's friends, like, hook up with a guy and turn him? Because I kind of remember that from season 1. You know, the hot blonde chick met up with a guy and did her thing to him. The guy who was just called an idiot is having a giant brain blast situation happening where he's like, boop, 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 boop. Wait, he's the one you get for backup, not actual vampires? Oh, wait, no, actually, I think he was the one I was literally just talking about, if I remember correctly. Yeah, right, he got all dripped out. He's just gonna go right to the nickname thing, like, oh, him. Please tell me Mahiru's first thought is not going to be, wow, that's what such a cute girl. Just so for Ko to have to look him and break it to him of, yeah, we're actually all guys here. No. See, he already knows. Like, there have been 2 situations he is akin to about the vampire thing now, so it wasn't me. It was not me. Yeah, he just notices it like, wait a minute, you smell like one of us already. He has been imprinted on, as it were. The bathhouse is kind of an awkward situation, and it's even funnier because this is probably going to be the moment Mahiru's going to be like, wait, but what about her? And then they both just turn like, see, of all of them, no, he doesn't. Like, Sari, Nazuna, the other 2, they all have some sort of, like, thought process involving either just keeping to themselves or at least being slightly concerned about the others that are around. Him? Not so much. He's just stripping down and running around. Wait, he didn't know either that it was a guy? No, that's even crazier. Like, he's been a part of the fold longer than Mahiru, and he just had zero fucking clue. And Coach just back there like, oh yeah, no, he's one of us, man. Yeah, I kind of knew you didn't know. Yeah, because it's a guy. He just likes wearing girl clothes. There's kind of like thousands of those nowadays compared to like before. Like, before 2020, there was a lot of traps, you know, people in drag, all that kind of stuff. And it's fine. You feel comfortable, you feel comfortable. And while granted, a lot of those people don't call themselves what they should nowadays, those numbers have, like, quadruplicated at least. Yeah, now he understands because you're all guys, so y'all kind of get it together. Well, you're the one who asked for advice, and I knew people to ask for advice. Would it have made more sense to ask the women? You know, the ones who turn people? Primarily Akun here. I don't know about him. Like, Kabate, I don't know if he was already one of them or if he got turned at some point, but that's another story. And genuinely, I don't remember if he ever gave his story of how he turned, so... Wait, so he turned the girls? Honestly? Could have fooled me. Also, not to point something out, but like, man has fucking nuzzly nipples. Oh, no, not those ones. These ones. To which, hey, the girls were pretty, so like, can't blame him, but him? I feel like he tried hitting on the guy and that just went a completely different direction. But hey, whatever, it happens, it happens. Holy shit! Like, damn, there's being a traditional hoe, and then there's being a vampire hoe. And, like, if you're a traditional hoe with a body count of 50, I'm going to judge you very hard, but that's its own topic. A vampire hoe? That's crazy to, like, be such a seductress you can just take 50 people under your wing. Literally. Okay, but hey, look, listen, is there a chance she could have turned around and this is a genuine affection and he's her last one? Copium? Oh, hey, get it? Copium. Okay. Meanwhile, they're having their own conversation. He has a completely different take than the other one. Why does he have the beachy-ass sparkles going on around him? Like, he's not Twilight Vampire. They're not in the sunlight. What the fuck? Like, I A, envy him for getting with the hot vampire, but also B, hate him, because now he's basically just like a fuckboy. He's a fuckboy vampire. Like, yeah, he kind of had the drip before, but now that he's in the bath, he just kind of like reminds me of a less serious Grey. And it's been a while since I've watched Fairy Tail, but like, visual-wise, you understand what I mean, I hope. Whatever. Well, at least he's being honest. I didn't understand a damn thing you said, but it was awesome! Holy shit. Okay, but like, vampire aside, that dude is so fucking skinny. Like, good lord. Like, never mind the feminine legs. That dude is so goddamn skinny. I wish I was even half as skinny as that. Also, I just realized the awkward part on that pause screen that with him being how skinny he is, he actually does kind of look like a girl up here too, just a tiny bit. Even if it looks like he only has A cups, does kind of look feminine a little bit because of how skinny he is. Which isn't healthy, I'm sure. Because, like, I think I said it in an episode, well, obviously an episode that's going to happen, like, within the next week or two of Bad Girl, but I said at some point there where it's like, you know, women like man boobs to a point, usually pecs more than actual boobs, and I feel like that's kind of the weird in-between where it's not, like, man boobs in the way of it being pure fat, but it's also not really pecs because he's so fucking skinny. I mean, granted, he's a vampire, so he's super strength anyway, but, like, So skinny. Gee, thanks for that reminder. Oh, good. So his fuckboyness infected the other guy. I mean, hey, if that helps your confidence towards the chick you think you're gonna get with, then sure. But, bruh. Actually, weirdly, this scenery also kind of reminds me to look up and finish off an old anime I got like halfway through and never finished. I don't even know if it exists anywhere. The Get Backers? Like, they kind of remind me in this image of the main characters from that. Because they were both cool, relatively attractive dudes just kind of doing some badass shit. Oh, does that anime even have a fandom? Because like I think I've heard it like thrice in my life, other than the time I rented it from Netflix. And this was back when Netflix was like DVDs, not streaming like it is now. I miss those days. I miss when gameplay was important. I miss when Redbox was a thing. I miss when... Like, here's the thing, man. The chain of evolution is insane. I'm taking a minute, stare at the hot dudes if you're into that. Like, how to go from, like, video stores like Blockbuster to that being killed off by things like Netflix, Gamefly, Redbox, to the original idea of those three things being killed off, Redbox disappearing completely, Gamefly's barely even relevant anymore, Netflix has moved to streaming exclusive, in addition to the hundreds of other streaming services. And it all started with Blockbuster and cable, to which Blockbuster is gone completely, and there's barely any actual video stores that exist nowadays. And then there's cable. Cable has evolved to the actual villain of the world. Like, it doesn't matter who your cable provider is or what you have from them, they are the true evil. Like, they are the ones who started out in the same fashion as, like, Disney and stuff. To where they just kind of evolved and went, ha, we're the only ones you can make use of for this stuff. We're gonna make you suffer. And that's exactly what they do. Doesn't matter if it's Spectrum for those of you who have it, Comcast for those of you who have that, or anything else in a similar light. Cable providers that also offer internet and stuff are fucking worthless. And honestly, personal opinion, if you ever see, a Time Warner, Time Warner's back when they were good, a Spectrum employee or something, walk up on your front step and you have literally anything else, what you should do is you should look at them through your window or whatever and go, you have 5 seconds to get off my property because loitering is illegal. If you do not adhere to that, I am calling the police. Or if you live in a state or a country where it's like valid to hit somebody, well, your own discretion. Because there was an episode I recorded a day or two ago where I heard a ring and knock at the doorbell simultaneously. That's also harassment, by the way. And it was one of those fucking Spectrum people. And if I was the one to answer, I would have answered the door, I would have opened it and been like, you have 5 seconds to leave. I already told you guys legally not to harass me. And now that you're here, I have legal right to punch you. That is exactly how that would have gone. Because I did send a form that said, don't call me, don't email me, don't come to my fucking house. And then still do it. Pretty sure that's illegal. Comment down below if I'm right, and maybe I'll start looking into some legal calls if it ever happens again. Anyway, back to them being fuckboys and the actual point of the episode. So he's wearing them for attractiveness. I mean, granted, that's, I guess, fine. A lot of people do that, anywho. And it works, but... Never mind. I'm not gonna say the thing I was thinking, because honestly, that might be a bit crass even for, like, my style of saying things. What I am gonna say, just for the vagueness of it, is... hopefully when women go to a club, they don't wear those kind of fake glasses. Because listen, sweetheart, you're gonna feel the sting later if you don't wear actual glasses, even if just for appearance. Oh, her. Also, quick for the record, the hottest girl in the entire show, by the way. But, yeah, she is exactly the type of person you think she is. Speaking of being the hottest girl on the show, you freaks get a show. But other than that, God, she's hot. Oh no. She is not pleased with him. So, there's going to be a fight in the bathhouse next episode. Fantastic. Is there any after credits bits? Or is it just at the most like a preview? No like preview or anything, just okay. Well, shit. What was her name again? Suzuka? I feel like Suzuka or something to that line was her name. And well, obviously I'll see what her name is in the next episode, which I'll record when I get back from doing Pokemon Go stuff. But her discovering them in that bathhouse is not gonna go in a good way. Not one bit. Because she is upset at Ko for lying, and she was tracking down the guy who got turned. So, oopsie. Now, granted, at least if it does turn into a physical altercation, at least the two vampires are there, and Ko and his friend can just kind of be like, okay, so what I'm gonna want you to do right now is run, huh? Run! Because she is going to fuck that place up. I'm glad to see her back at the show, honestly, because, like, she is... Honestly, I suppose that's more my motivation to have gotten back to this, other than just simply I got the shirt for a reason, so I may as well binge the fucking series. Because if there's shows I'm going to, like, let drop off before it even ends for the channel, this is not going to be one of those things because I got the damn shirt, so I want to do the damn product. You know, just like I got the Kaiju shirt and I haven't started that. I'll work on that tomorrow, I guess. But yeah, it should be fun to see where that goes, and since I'm, like, so far behind, I have a lot I can binge and a lot I can catch up to, so we'll see how much of that I actually end up doing, because anything else I guess I'll need to either finish later in the week or next week. But first we'll get into our little wrap-ups of ignoring, obviously, who's hot, who's not, and whatever else. Number one, we'll start with the question of, if you haven't been keeping up with this show, like I haven't been, what do you think Kiku's plans are? Like, do you think that her actual original plans were to fuck with him, seduce him, and turn him, and then leave him high and dry? Like she has 50 others, apparently? Or do you think this is going to turn into one of those things where, even if that is her original plan, it might, like, turn on its head like it did for Nazuna, or like it did with Sari, and she'll actually, like, turn him out of feeling instead of out of aggression? Suppose we'll see. Now, the next question is, do you think this fight's going to go in a way to where both of the guy vampires are going to get got in that moment? Or at the least Sari's boyfriend, because that'd suck, but at least he's the newest one. And another question to add into the mix is, how deep into it do you think Akira's going to get? Like, do you think she's just going to stay to the point to where she's just, like, friends with everybody? Do you think the vampires that Ko has befriended, the guy included, are going to find out about Akira and eventually look at him and be like, well, after you turn her? Because I could kind of see that much too, because that's the kind of vampires they are. It's like they either turn and become us, or unfortunately we have to get rid of them so they don't say shit. Yeah. You can let me know your thoughts on all those things and anything else in the comment section, because as always it is highly appreciated and encouraged to do so, because I love rebounding off people about things and thought processes, or even just leaving a heart on things people say, because I appreciate anything that gets dropped in, because it does help out a lot, I think. That also being said, let me know about any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general, because at minimum I have 2 I'm watching next season. As I said, I did get the shirts for them too, and there's probably a bunch of other fun stuff that's going to come out next season, because hey, if I only have 2 things to watch during one season of anime, at least that leaves the rest of the week to, like, watch other stuff, or give new series idea I have in mind. And I have a new series idea in mind, guaranteed. And the inspiration comes from it, or comes from someone on TikTok who I will tag whether I upload the videos here or there. But yeah. And that being said, though, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky, keep updated with things. Wait. Yeah, I said ring both bells. Okay, yeah. TikTok, Patreon, get the fuller unedited visual and audio of the stuff I upload here. Starting in October, of course, because Patreon has zero idea how storage space even works, even though they've been up half as long as YouTube at minimum. It's whatever. Go follow Twitch, subscribe for benefits, can do so Twitch Prime for free. Helps me out immensely for the temporary, that's for the long term, as you know. Check out the playlist here. Let run through conversations with the stuff within whatever. Check out the video recommended to you by YouTube here, or if you're watching the smaller version, the bigger version to see what you missed. And I know I've said that through a lot of these videos, and it's been a while since I've uploaded the smaller version, but hey, time is a real motherfucker. That being said, it's been the Blazer King, so with King's Critiques. For now. Peace.